Thank you. Next order. Okay, honorable members, so I'm just allowing the reading of this order number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which will take about 2 minutes. Okay, clerk.
Order number 8, the Basic Education Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Basic Education Act and for connected purposes. Order number 9, the Kenya Citizenship and Immigration Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Kenya Citizenship and Immigration Act and for connected purposes. Order number 10, the Copyright Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 13 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Copyright Act and for connected purposes. The County Vocational Education and Training Bill, Senate Bills number 14 of 2020, of systems for the administration of training in vocational education and training within a county and for connected purposes. Order number 12, the Persons with Disabilities Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2020, a bill for an act of parliament to amend the Persons with Disabilities Act to provide for the functions of the national government and the county governments and for connected purposes. Order number 13, motion, approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments.
Senator Wetangula.
What did he say? Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion. Motion on approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments. That aware that under Article 217 of the Constitution, the Senate by resolution is required to determine the basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue that is annual. To 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where 1. Allocation ratio, the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020. 2. Formula, 18% population index, 17% health index, 10% agriculture index, 5% urban index, 14% poverty index, 8% land area index capped at 7%, 8% road index, and 20% basic share index, where health services, health index as set out in the index paragraph, facility gap as set out, perimeter health, primary health care factor as set out, inpatient days factor as set out, agriculture index as set out, population index as set out, basic share index as set out, land area index as set out, roads index as set out, poverty index as set out, and urban index as set out. Further, the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial years 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall be applied as follows. A. Equitable share for 2020-2021, count allocation equal to allocation ratio, which is 2019-2020 allocation. B. Equitable share for 2021-22 to 2024-25 of Kenya shillings 370 billion and above, count allocation equal to 5% allocation ratio plus equitable share, 50% allocation ratio plus equitable share of 50% allocation ratio according to the formula, provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(2)(b) of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation takes to account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for the revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into account additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, wildlife and conservation, in determining principles and parameters of equitable sharing of national revenue among the counties. Mr. Speaker, honorable senators, this is a matter that has been canvassed for a very long time. We need not belabor the point. The motion is as clear as it is. I forgot, sorry, Mr. Speaker. There is an allocation table that is attached to the motion, which members can read from the order paper. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move, and in so moving, I want to table the report of the Committee of 12 so that it becomes part of the record of this debate and this House. And for the record, Mr. Speaker, allow me to acknowledge the members of the Committee of 12, Senator Moses Wetangula, EGH MP, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS MP, as co-conveners, Senator Engineer Mohamud Mohammed, CBS MP, Senator Stewart Matsayo, CBS MP, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH MP, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. MP, Senator Samson Cherargei MP, Senator Moses Kajwang MP, Senator Susan Kihika MP, Senator Anwar Loitiptip MP, Senator John Kinyuanderitu MP, and lastly, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the report, to table the report of the committee. And Mr. Speaker, without much ado, I just want to thank the House for giving the Committee of 12 an opportunity and the confidence and the trust for the committee to labor for the last 17 sittings of the committee to come up with this formula. This formula, Mr. Speaker, brings to rest a long, protracted, winding, noisy debate in the House. Noisy and messy debate in the country, Mr. Speaker, that has now come to an abrupt end. This House has risen to the billing as the defender of counties, and in so doing, Mr. Speaker, we are giving the country a formula that will work. Last but not least, Mr. Speaker, I want to salute the head of state and the leadership of the House. and the House as a whole that the protracted process that we took has been able to bring on the table of our counties an additional 53.5 billion. So it has not been in vain, Mr. Speaker. It has borne fruit. And I want to encourage this House to remain steady, to remain steadfast, and to be the last line of defense of the doctrine and tenets of devolution in this country. I wish now, Mr. Speaker, to invite I beg to move and invite my distinguished nephew, the Senator for Nairobi and co-convener, to second.
Have I had someone saying rebel in chief? No, I am not a rebel. Not at all. Mr. Speaker, I beg to second this motion and associate myself with the remarks by my distinguished uncle, Senator Wetangula Masika Moses on this formula. Mr. Speaker, we agreed earlier that members want to vote, and thereafter we shall make remarks. And Mr. Speaker, as I second, I want to just mention, because I hope that then you will give me the first or the second bite of the cherry to explain this journey and consensus and solution for Kenya and victory for the Senate, not for any side, but for the country and people of Kenya and for devolution. As I second, Mr. Speaker, I beg to second, and I beg to ask, as earlier directed, that you propose the question and immediately put the question so that we vote, and then we can discuss this, Mr. Speaker, and explain to Kenyans what we've been able to do. With that, Mr. Speaker, I beg to second. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Senators, I propose the question, which is that aware that under Article 217 of the Constitution, the Senate by resolution is required to determine the basis for allocating among counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government. Further aware that the Senate mandated the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget to consider the recommendations of the Commission on Revenue Allocation and consulted the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance and the Council of Governors, among others, and subsequently conducted public participation pursuant to Article 118(1)(b) of the Constitution as documented in the report tabled in the Senate on Monday, 13th July 2020. Cognizant that the matter of the third basis for allocating among counties their share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government has evoked robust debate in the Senate and in the nation at large, leading to a series of consensus-building initiatives. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(1) of the Constitution, that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where allocation ratio, the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020, formula 018 population index, 017 health, 010 agriculture, urban index 005, poverty 008, land area index 008, roads 020, bear share index. For basic share index, where the table is very long and I don't think in the interest of time, I've set out in the table. Further, the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that's annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall be applied as follows. A, equitable share for 2020-2021, county allocation ratio, zero formula. B, equitable share for 2021-2022 to 2024-2025 of Kenya shillings 370 billion and above. county allocation 05 allocation ratio plus equitable share 05 allocation ratio formula, provided that the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, the Senate resolves, so saying tell them, further, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 2017-2B of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation takes to account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into account additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, and wildlife and conservation in determining principles and parameters of equitable sharing of national revenue among the counties. It concerns counties, and therefore you are going to vote as delegations. 217 of the Constitution, the Senate by resolution is required to determine the basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually located at the county level of government. Further, aware that the Senate mandated the Steering Committee on Finance and Budget to consider the recommendations of the Commission on Revenue Allocation and consulted the Cabinet Secretary 118(1)(b) of the Constitution as documented in the report tabled in the Senate on Monday, 13th July 2020. Cognizant that the matter of the third basis for allocating among counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government has evoked robust debate in the Senate and in the nation at large, leading to a series of consensus-building initiatives. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 2017(1) of the Constitution, the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 and 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where 1. Allocation ratio, the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020, formula 18 population index, 17 health, 10 agriculture, 0 urban index, poverty 8, land index 8, road index 20, basic share index, where the rest are set out in the table. Further, that the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties that share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of now shall be applied as follows. A, equitable share for 2022, 2024, 2025 of 370 billion and above. County allocation equals to 0.5 allocation ratio plus equitable share of 0.5 allocation ratio formula. Provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of a shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, that the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(2)(b) of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation takes to account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into action additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, and wildlife and conservation in determining principles and parameters of equitable share of national revenue among the counties. I now order that the bell be rung for 1 minute. No. Notice.
You're watching the live proceedings of the Senate, where the senators will be voting on a report by the committee established to consider the matter of the third basis for allocation among the counties, the share of the national revenue. The committee convened by the Senator for Bungoma County and co-convened by Senator Johnson Sakaja of Nairobi County, did draft a report, and that particular report is providing a way forward on this impasse that has been blamed on cash crunch in the counties. The Article 217.
I now direct that the bus be drawn.
Article 217, subsection 1 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that once every 5 years, the Senate shall by resolution determine the basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government. In order to facilitate the workings of the Senate.
Okay, because of logistics, I think you will have to draw the bar so that those outside can also be able to vote. Yeah. Open.
In order to facilitate the workings of the Senate, Article 216.
You can draw the yeah. The teller for the ayes and the teller for the no. Just for purposes for the avoidance of doubt, it's good to have. There could be a no. So let's have a Kasanga is for yes. Senator, Kasanga, I'm told, has been pronounced. You can be for no. Okay. Order, senators. Okay, we can begin.
So, motion for the approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments, division. Roll call. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote a big yes.
Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County.
Kwale County, vote yes.
Senator Cherarke Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
I, Cherarke Kiprotich Samson, in the spirit of Koitalel Arab Samoe, and getting additional 1.6 billion to Nandi County, I vote a resounding yes.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
Kericho votes yes.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote big yes.
Senator Hagura Godana, Marsabit County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Kabaka Boniface Mutinda, Machakos County.
Machakos, which stood with solidarity of Kenyans, and Ukambani, I vote a big yes.
Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Homa Bay County votes yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
Uasin Gishu votes yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Murang'a County.
Yeah, Murang'a gains 800 million. I vote yes.
Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Mr. Speaker, so for Vihiga, it's an emphatic yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Speaker, hata kama soko imekwisha, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, with Nakuru County gaining 2.5 billion, I definitely vote yes.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, kwa watu wa Kiambu na vile ambavyo nimewapigania pamoja na Senator, na sasa tunapata bilioni 2, nasema ndio. Asante.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of Tharaka Nithi County, I vote yes.
Senator Kirenyaga Ephraim Mwangi, Maina, Nyeri County. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes, and for the prosperity of Kenya.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, yes. Bomet County.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, sir, on behalf of the great people of Bomet, who stood with me during that particular moment when we were struggling for this, and now Bomet is gaining 1.184 billion. I therefore vote great yes.
Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County.
I, Dr. Lelegwel Tumbesi, Senator for the great people of Samburu County, now gaining 750 million votes yes.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
The son of a DJ, the DJ is... I, the Senator of Lamu County, together with the great people of Lamu for the willing of devolution, together with my internal and external organs, I vote yes.
Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
What is your point of order, Senator Orengo?
Mr. Speaker, the Senator of Lamu has a very interesting way of voting that I, with my internal and external organs. Does it mean that in the future we have to have a clarification every time he votes? Which part of the organs are voting?
I think next time we'll include others that are not external. Let's proceed.
Shukran Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, kwa niaba ya wananchi wa Kilifi wanaoangalia runinga saa hii, wakati huu historia ikifanywa, mimi Stewart Madzayo napiga kura yao ya ndio.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, this is really a great day. On behalf of the great people of Mandera, I vote yes. Thank you.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
Mr. Speaker, for a united Kenya, and now that Kakamega County is gaining 1.976 billion, I, Cleophas Wahungu Malala, son of David Major Malala, on behalf of Kakamega County, do hereby vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I, Ochilo Mbogo Ayako George, on behalf of the good people of Migori, and grateful for 1.2 billion that we have received, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, having gone to battle on behalf of the great people of the county of Nyamira and having saved them a loss of 545 million, and having saved the entire Mogotu nation a loss of more than 600 million, and now going back home with 1.432 billion to the Mogotu nation, vote yes.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsiele Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County. Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the great people of Elgeyo Marakwet County and for a united nation called Kenya, and on behalf of all people who believe in equity in this great republic, I vote a great yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
On behalf of the people of Makueni, and in the spirit of leaving no county behind, and for a united Kenya, and for Team Kenya, and for 726 million shillings, I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, for the sake of expecting development in Nyandarua, and for the sake of expecting good roads to be constructed in Nyandarua County, I, Paul Githiomi, vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the great people of Taita Taveta, whom I saved from loss of 400 million to gaining 600 million, I vote yes.
Senator Mwenye Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa niaba ya watu wa Mombasa na kwa niaba ya Kenya nzima napiga yes.
Senator Nderito John Kinywa, Laikipia County.
Kwa niaba ya watu wa kaunti ya Laikipia, na kwa sababu hela za Laikipia zimeongezeka kwa milioni 958, mimi kwa niaba ya ndugu zangu wote wa hapo Laikipia napiga ndio.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njero, Embu County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I, Ledama Olekina, son of Midangayu, who is a son of Tata, a son of Mason, and for the great people of Narok County, who are losing 853 million. And now we have converted it to a gain of 805 million. I vote yes.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, last time I said for a united Kenya and for bringing the whole nation together through... No, let me put it, for a united Kenya and bringing the nation together through BBI, I now proudly vote yes, because Kisii is gaining 1.1 billion.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
Mr. Speaker, with Kisumu County joining the League of Billionaires at 1.189 billion on behalf of the Kisumu County and the Kisumu City, I, Frederick Otieno Outa, aka Nyarwath, I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance to the Constitution, I have consulted the delegation of Nairobi with Senator Millicent Omanga, Senator Faria. Others were not available for comment. Senator Kasanga, because Nairobi believes there is no Kenya A and Kenya B, we vote yes.
Senator Wako Situila Amos, Busia County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I, Situila Amos Wako, son of Daniel and grandson of Wasikongo, on behalf of the people and the county of Busia, has now left the club of millionaires and joined the club of billionaires. I vote yes and ask the county government to use what we have struggled to get for them in a very transparent and accountable manner. Yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I
Three more. 8.
Shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where 1, 2019
reading.
Mr. Speaker, I
Bario Lalafa uta disa jejitia jelata gumitutwa. On behalf of the great people of Tana River County, I was to lose 600 million and now recovered the 600 million and gained another 600 million. Therefore, on behalf of Tana River County, I vote yes.
Yes, Senator Kabaka, what's your intervention?
You're not
Okay.
Senator Speaker.
Order. You can read the mood of the House.
Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on my own behalf and on your behalf, as my constituent in Bungoma, I, Moses Francis Masika Wetangula, son of Dominic and great son of Emmanuel, on behalf of the people I represent, I vote emphatically yes for 1.76 billion.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County. Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Kuna maneno nitakwambia. Okay. Iko mzuri. Mama, sorry.
You're watching live proceedings of the Senate this evening of 17th September 2020, where the senators have concluded a voting exercise on the report by the committee established to consider the matter of the third basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue. The committee did draw some recommendations, and in its report it did indicate that at its meetings held on 17th September 2020, the committee deliberated on the third basis for revenue allocation and recommended the following as the third basis for revenue allocation among counties for the financial years 2020, 2021 to 2024, 2025, which shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula, where allocation ratio equals the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020. Formula equals 0.18 for population index, 0.17 for health index, 0.10 for agriculture index, 0.05 for urban index, 0.14 for poverty index, 0.08 for land area index, 0.08 for roads index, and 0.20 for basic share index. In its recommendation, the committee did indicate that provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020.
Okay, order, members, take your seats. Okay, order, senators, take your seats. Okay, honorable senators, Amos, son of, take your seat. Son of someone. Son of someone. I was a Hongo, I remember. So, honorable senators, the results are as follows. Abstentions 0, nays 0, ayes 41. The ayes have it. Now, honorable senators, for the convenience of the House, I want to amend the order so that we also deal with the Kara, and then comments will be made together for both, because they are all matters dealing with finance. So, order number 14, clerk. Yes, Senator Khaneri.
Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to the provisions of our standing order, and in particular standing order number 31, paragraph 3A. You realize, Mr. Speaker, we have only 45 minutes to adjournment of the House. Mr. Speaker, our standing orders are that if you are to extend, you have to raise the motion before 30 minutes to the time. I therefore raise, pursuant to the provision of that standing order, and the Senate resolves and move that the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until the conclusion of business listed in the order as number 13, number 14, and number 15 in the supplementary order paper. Deputy Speaker, can you second?
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Okay. Honorable Senators, I propose the question, which is that pursuant to Standing Order 31-3A, the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until the conclusion of business listed in Order number 13, 14, and 15 in the supplementary order paper. I now put the question, which is that pursuant to Standing Order number 31-3A, the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until the conclusion of business listed in Order number 13, 14, and 15 in the supplementary order paper. As manner of that opinion, say aye. Aye. As a manner of a contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Order number 14, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 7 of 2020, second reading.
Yes, Senator Orengo.
Since the bill had been moved and seconded, and essentially Kara and the formula are related, will I be in order, Mr. Speaker, to ask you to call upon the mover to reply? Then we vote, and then the comments will be made together.
The records we have are different, because they indicate that the mover had only spoken for 3 minutes. And Speaker has ruled that the move be suspended pending the meeting with CRA on the formula for the third basis of revenue allocation. So you move. Yes, Senator Murkomen.
In that regard, Mr. Speaker, it means the motion was not moved. And will I be in order then to request the mover to move it as amended, so that, Mr. Speaker, since it had not been moved, we move it as amended. We don't have to go through all these other amendments that are in the order paper. He moves it together with the amendments, and I think that is in order within the standing orders.
This is second reading. Okay, Chair, the new chairman. Can you move it?
But it is 20 pages. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion. The county allocation of revenue, Senate Bill number 7 of 2020. Mr. Speaker, the amendments are there. The County Allocation Revenue Senate Bill number 7 of 2020 is prepared in accordance with the Article 217 and Article 218(1)(b) of the Constitution. The bill guarantees the county governments their respective share of revenue linked nationally.
Can you move so that the bill be read a second time first?
Oh.
For that one.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the bill be read a second time. And Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the annual allocation to counties is based on the provision of the Division of Revenue Act, DOLA, as required by Section 191(3) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012. The Division of Revenue Act 2020 gives a total allocation of Kenya shillings 369.8 billion to county governments for the financial year 2020-2021. The allocation of Kenya shillings 369 369.8 billion is aggregate of the following: equitable share of Kenya shillings 316.5 billion as set out in the first schedule of the bill. Conditional allocation from national government share of revenue of Kenya shillings 23.16 billion as indicated in the second schedule. And third, conditional allocation to loans and grants from development partners of Kenya shillings 30.2 billion as indicated in the third schedule. Mr. Speaker, the first schedule of the bill sets the allocation of each county government's equitable share of revenue raised nationally in the financial year 2020-2021. The second schedule of the bill, Mr. Speaker, sets out the 6 conditions allocation for the counties from the share of national government revenue for year 2020-21. This constitutes total of 23.1 billion, including 9 billion from the Roads Maintenance Levy Board fund. The 6 conditions, the 6 conditional allocations to the county government are: leasing of medical equipment of Kenya shillings 6.205 billion, which has increased to Kenya shillings 6.2 billion allocated in 2019-2020. Level 5 hospitals of Kenya shillings 4.33 billion. Compensation for user fee forgone of Kenya shillings 900 million. Rehabilitation of youth polytechnics of Kenya shillings 2 billion. Supplementary for construction of county headquarters, 5 counties, Kenya shillings 300 million, which has decreased from Kenya shillings 485 million allocated in the financial year 2019-2020. Road maintenance fuel levy funds, Kenya shillings 9.43, which